Alright guys, so this is like an informative video, but also an unboxing. We got a fake Wulong Cha right here. It's a counterfeit. I'm gonna open this box, the real one, from a verified source. This was purchased on eBay. This was purchased from fragrancebuy.ca, a legit and verified source. Okay, so let's do the unboxing. First, before I unbox it, I just want to show you guys all the fine details before you open your package. Some things just in case you want to compare it to a box that you've received. I have here the top. You can see the plastic just like that with that design. Fairly tight, right? Very tightly packed. There is a line from here to here in the plastic that's wrapped around this. Okay, let's show you the bottom. Go ahead and pause at any time to compare your box, right? I'm just going to kind of move through this here. So we got this kind of inlay here, three-dimensional kind of Wulong Cha inscribed. This guy, there's texture to him as well, texture to the Nishane. And then on the back, if you want to pause and compare all of these things to your box, go ahead. I just want to give you guys the full rundown because the way I discovered that this was a fake was through Death by 1,000 Cuts. Basically a bunch of little tiny things. They did an excellent job counterfeiting this, but we're going to crack this open and we're going to compare them, and we're going to see some differences. Let's see if we could pull some out. I did take like an hour at least just checking out that fake Wulong Cha. I did put a video up, but I didn't have the comparison yet, and since Wulong Cha has been sold out for so long, finally got mine in. It's been about 2-3 weeks that I've been sitting on that. So you got all these people with instruments and tennis rackets and doing all kinds of stuff here, painting, and very interesting here. Okay, and then on the front, pretty nicely inlaid. You can see that's inlaid Extrait de Parfum Wulong Cha. So I'm going to crack this open. Got the Benchmade Barrage custom Trigon knife. If you guys know my jiu-jitsu stuff, this is my Trigon knife. So let's open that right up, get it off. There's a fresh Wulong Cha here. All right, let's close that up. We don't need the knife anymore. Okay. Sorry, let's get this out of the way. There we go. Cool. All right, this is gonna slide out. And come on, there we go. So there's a seam on the inside of that, right? It's fairly stable, kind of different than the other one I had for sure. And you can see all the details here, guys. You know, I'm just showing you real quick so you could go in here and compare to your box. All right, just in case you want to compare them. And now let's check out this box. So unfortunately, I threw out the other one before I figured out it was a fake. But this one, I could feel the difference already in the boxes. So yes, there is a notable difference. I remember that box. It did not have this 3D kind of guy on it here with the horse. That is really nice. And just the way it feels under my hand, hard to describe, but it feels higher. It feels thicker than the other box. And this is definitely way more pronounced on the front here. So we got the little pull tab. Let's look at the back. Is there any information on the back? Bottom. Okay, you got the corners here. You can see that there's a seam up top. Got a pull tab here, and let's see the presentation. All right, nothing really to bark at here with the empty box, but it is quite thick. Definitely not low quality. They definitely put a little bit of, it's bolstered. I'm gonna put that off to the side. And now we're gonna take a look at this. Already, it looks different than the thing that I opened up in the other package. The fake one did not look like this. And we're gonna compare the bottles in just a minute. And I can already see the difference, guys. And it might be hard for you right now, but let's check out this envelope, okay? The way it's tucked. Nishane. And we have this little, so I still have this from the fake. Let's see if I can find it. Well, there's always a next time. It would have been nice to have that available. I might have thrown it out. Anyway, you can see that there's a texture to this. Nishane. Check out the font. That's the thing with a lot of these fakes. The fonts are just so slightly different. So here we go. Let's check it out, guys. This is the real deal. It comes in this little nice case with that silk kind of lining. You know, nothing too really absurd about that. That's just a nice way to hold it, but it is a beautiful bottle. Check out the juice. Oh yeah, this is nice. Yes indeed. All right, I'm gonna start comparing them in a second. Just want you to take a good look at a real one. Again, this is the first time I'm looking at this too, and I could tell just these small details because of staring at it for so long. Oh yes, I could tell. You're gonna see, guys. Ready? I already see it. I could feel it. I can feel it in the bottle, just so slightly. Even that cap, the way that cap works. Let's look at the back here. All right, I'm gonna show you the counterfeit now. Let's go in close. All right. Counterfeits on the left. I could already see it in the quality of this right here. So where's my chopstick? The words are close, but they are not the same. Do you notice the slight difference? Look at the fake, then look at the real. Slight difference, just so slight. They got it pretty good, but I see it right here in the corners here. Look at the font. There is a difference in the font. Even a sheen on this. There is almost like a reflective kind of beautiful metallic reflective kind of deal with this, and this one's just pale white. Do you see this white here across here, this white here? This one has, you can kind of see like this metallic beautiful kind of sparkly a little bit underneath that white, right? All right, so the more obvious things I already see. Even this font at the bottom is you could just see. I mean, I'll go in a little closer, guys. So you see the slightly metallic nature of the real one, and then you see this slightly thicker font. It's so hard to tell, guys, but it is noticeable. Now, once we get to the sticker on the bottom, for sure, let's turn them sideways. Well, let's go to the top. Let's take a look at the top. Man, this counterfeit is really, really close, guys. But I can feel the difference right here in the edges. When I pointed that out last time, that's something I noticed before I even got this far. So look, right here, there's an edge. You see how sharp that edge is? You see how smooth? This edge is smoothed here. So it's a very small thing, but that shape right here with that sharp edge and this shape with that smooth edge are a telltale sign for me. You can see it down the whole length of the cap. So the real one has a smooth kind of edge. You see the real one on the right, and then you see the fake one on the left. It's sharp. It's a sharp cut edge, right? This fake is pretty unbelievable how close they got. But you could tell if you really scrutinize this thing, you could start to see stuff. Now this isn't even the beginning, right? There's just so many little things, all right? I actually noticed something early on. Let's take the caps off. All right. Before we talk about the atomizer, there is a line, right? Do you see this horizontal line going diagonally from here to here? All right, let's move the real one and let's check this out. I could just tell. You could even see the difference in the glass. The color is even different. But look, you see this line here? This line here? And that water drop? The way this thing is just full of water? This line here across does not show at all in the real one. Okay, there is no line there. Do you see this, guys? There is a diagonal line on the fake. There is no diagonal line on the real one. It is immaculate. It is actually prettier. Yeah, I mean, you could see it's actually a prettier glass. Like the glass itself, look at that. beautiful on the right, and a little bit cloudy, kind of lower quality glass here. I mean, I think they even weigh different, but that'd be hard to tell, guys. The atomizers look similar, but they aren't. You see the different color? Check out that different color in the atomizers, guys. Do you see the gold? Look at the fake one. It's like copper, right? Whereas the real one, it's incredible, guys. This is incredible. So it's like night and day. I knew it, right? So I had just had a hunch, and I felt like, damn, something's wrong with this. And look at the watery nature and the way the bubbles form. They're just different. These bubbles stay. You see these bubbles here? They're staying, right? They're not droplets. They're not like weak water droplets clinging to the side. Like you see the water droplets that formed here. And you can smell the difference. That I can't explain to you. You can smell the difference, though. This is the real deal. It's a beast mode performer. This is fake, and I knew something was wrong when I was spraying it, but, you know, I gave it the benefit of the doubt. Here's a definite tell. Look at the sticker. White, black, right? Such a fake. Also, here's another thing. You could see the quality underneath here. You see that what's going on there with the atomizer? So underneath the atomizer, it has this kind of like different mechanism there. And the noodle's going down in a different direction. So look at the fake. The atomizer's just little like kind of weak ball. And then this one's got like some kind of mechanism underneath it. So yeah, the quality is just night and day difference here, guys. It's just totally not equivalent at all. So let's see if I can get another angle on this. All right, guys. Yeah, so we covered just some obscene differences already. You can see it. Just look. These things all add up. So if your bottle has that line, the original, the real one, does not have that line at all. It is milled perfectly and flat. It even has this like beautiful little like kind of curve to it. But there is no visible line there. You can't see it, right? You can't see that line at all. This one, the fake, you can see that horizontal line this way from glass tip to glass tip. You can see the shapes that it makes in the corners are very similar, but the real one actually has more of a point, like a horn on it. You can kind of see this line here, much more of a frowny face kind of line. This line is just kind of like a U shape. I mean, look at all these little tiny differences that add up. This is the fake here. See the corner? Just check out the shapes. See the shapes? I mean, it's night and day because of the black sticker and the white sticker. Maybe they changed that at some point, but here's another thing. When we look at where the noodle goes, I don't know if this is for all the Nishane Wulong Chas, but it's to the back right? It's down, back, and to the right corner. This one's to the front right. So this noodle goes to the front right corner. And then we'll talk about what's underneath it on the sticker in a minute. But yeah, guys, even side by side, you can see some of the differences here. Just even in the glass, how pretty it is on the real one. Like, it's actually beautiful. And then kind of, you see the water droplets beating up on the top here. That's not going to happen on the real one. It just won't. This one is fake, and I am disappointed that is such a close fake. Let's look at the tops underneath. Yeah, there's actually some differences even in the tops underneath. So the real one, you see the smoothness on the real one in that corner where the S is. So right here, kind of in this round smoothness, you can see down that it's machined smoothness right there, right? You see it in the corner. And then when you look at the fake one, it's sharp, like a sharp line, right? It's cut. You can feel it with your finger too. It should not feel sharp there. It should feel smooth there. So that's another issue right off the bat. Look at the curve on the bottom. Let's get them equal so you guys can compare the tops. All right, the real one's on the right. There's a notable difference. Hard to tell, right? Hard to tell, right? It's crazy how close they got these. I mean, it is really something else the way they got these close. When I'm looking at this, I'm looking in the tip. So if you look inside, you can see the fake one's got like a silver kind of tip that's showing, and the real one has like this, it's kind of hard to see, but there's like a red, like a copper kind of looking little circle in there, and the circles in there are different. Do you see the circles in there that are different? All right, the fake one's on the left, the real one's on the right. Real one's smoothed out, machined nicely. You know, there's still a little point on the end here, but you could see that it's rounded there and not sharp and like angular. And I could just tell from the way these go on and off as well, this feels like totally different than the way this feels. This comes right off. That comes right off. This one kind of gives you a little bit of a resistance, like just enough. You know, let's see if it holds itself up with a shake. Yeah, so the fake one comes off with a shake. I wouldn't like do that too much, but yeah, the fake one comes off with the shake, so it fails the shake like the lid lift test. Fake one keeps coming off. So, you know, that might just be an inconsistency with bottles, but yeah, so man, look how close these are, but actually there are so many blaring inconsistencies. I mean, just the sticker, when you have it in the right light, you can see right off the bat that the stickers just couldn't keep up with the quality of the Wulong Cha on the right. The real one has like a metallic kind of shine to it. It's actually very beautiful, and I didn't even notice that. There's like a slightly textured metallic kind of shine to it. You can see kind of granularness to it. This one's flat white, right? The fake one, flat white, no metallic granular shine. And yeah, so they got it pretty close. Another thing would be the ridges. So if we turn it upside down, so you can see the shapes without getting distracted by the... So if you see, it's hard to tell here, but the corners, they almost got it like identical, guys. It's so crazy. But let's look at the bottom now too. I'm going to give you all the angles on this one. You can see the inner line here is different. It's got more body and curve to it. This one's a little bit more flat. This one's got more of a point to its little horn there. So in the corner here, you see that corner? This one's got more of a point, like a horn to it. Let's go to the back. I mean, the noodles were different. This one's back right. This one's front right. This one's watery with water droplets. The atomizer inside here should look like this. You see what it looks like underneath the cap there. The atomizer mechanism there. And then the fake one, it's like a ball. So yeah, that's also a deal. And then when we look at it underneath, let's see if we can read some of the... Well, first off, the color. I mean, you guys could see from the color here, just the way the bottles are designed. There's even like a shape on the bottom of this bottle that goes around it that you can feel it on both, but they are notably different. There's like a melted layer here around the bottle that makes this shape. There's also one here, but it is slightly different. That would be, you'd need to compare that. But the stickers, guys, let's see if there's any notable difference. First off, the font on the real one is thicker and a different font than the fake one. Both says flammable. One thing I noticed with the fake one is in the sticker, they didn't put... Yeah, so this is it right here, guys. This is like one of the things that made it for me. Besides the symbols, which are not the same. You see the symbols pretty obviously not the same. But in the sticker, really hard to see this, guys, but it says Sizli Istanbul, S-I-S-L-I. And on the bottom of the S's, there's supposed to be these little accents. I don't know if you guys can really see that right there, but there should be these little accents at the bottom of those S's, right? Right. It says made in Turkey right underneath it. And even this one right here, it says made in Turkey, right? But it says Turkey in English. So it's missing out on those underneath the S's. There should be these little accent marks because it's supposed to be in Turkish. And it says made in Turkey right here. So you see how it says made in Turkey and there's no accents underneath the S's. Cool, guys. That's the fake one, right? On the real one, you have those I'm just going to not knock this over. So on the real one, you have, it's really hard to see. Let me see if I can get you right. I can kind of see it almost. Let's put white underneath. Maybe this will do it. There you go. See that? See that right there? Sicily, Istanbul. And it's got the little marks under the S's. And it says made in Turkey, yay. Right? It's not spelled Turkey. It's spelled Turkey, or however they say it. And it's got over the U, and it's got a U with a tilde or like an accent over it, and then it's spelled with a YE at the end instead of the way we spell Turkey. And then we have 100 ml with the E, 3.38 fluid ounce, and then we have 4 symbols, right guys? And they actually are really clear on this. But then when we look at this, there's only 3 symbols on this one. Maybe that varies with different editions, right? But I see the notable difference here. Even the fire, look at the fire, bigger, and this fire is smaller, right? And then they do stamp it with numbers, which I'd say the numbers on the fake are actually much more clear than the numbers on the real one. So don't get tripped up over that. But it says 36M. You see the font on that? Much different than the fake's font. The fake's font is smaller. It's got the recycle sign on it too. I don't know if that's something that's in all the Wulong Chas, but yeah. Basically, the fact that it's got the fact that it got the sticker wrong too, like it did get close. Even the font, you can kind of see the font is not the same, guys. This font's a little tiny bit more bold. This font, it would be hard without comparing, but if it says made in Turkey without Turkiye, that might be fake. If it's missing the under those S's on that Sicily, this has these like, man, I wish you guys, I hope you guys see that right there in this line right here. So, oh, you can kind of see it now. Right, so right here, the S's have these little marks underneath them. These S's do not, okay? That's one clear, very obvious way to tell that this is fake on the left and real on the right. They also missed it on the one on the left here. You see this S, AS. There's a little symbol on the. There's a little like foot underneath the S there, and it's not here. That's just a regular S there, and then you got it here with the little symbol there. So the way they get it close, but they just fall short, right? And I mean, I could look at these bottles now and I could see it from like a mile away. The glass on the real one is friggin' beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Like the way the light hits the glass, it's just vibrant. And this fake one, it just doesn't have that same prettiness to it. I mean, you can see the shapes for yourself right here. The real one's on the right the whole time, right? Never gonna switch the sides for you, so you guys can just compare. If you have a bottle of this or you bought this on eBay and you suspect it to be fake, guess what? This right here is a full-fledged counterfeit. This is a fake bottle. They did such a great job. They really did such a great job on it. It almost could fool you, right? But now that I've seen the real deal, and it's like plain as day, guys. It really is plain as day. Just the sticker, I could tell immediately. And I had never seen the real bottle before until I opened this, right? So I could just tell immediately comparing these. The top's got the smooth thing. This top is sharp. It's got the metallic finish on this, right? It's got that beautiful kind of metallic, granular kind of design in the white. This is a flat white, right? Even the fonts are pretty close. It's kind of hard to tell from that, but the font on the real one on the bottom here just is a little bit shorter and thicker than the taller kind of thinner there. You got different bottle contours here, like you know, from here to there is different, just the way that's shaped. The horn is much more pronounced on the real one here. You see the horn on this one, the way that the corner of the bottle kind of up here in the corner. This horn is just way deeper. Look at that, the little bubble up in there. So yeah, man, it just keeps adding up. The atomizer, right? You see underneath in the atomizer, the obvious different mechanisms that are in the two of these. I mean, the color of the atomizer itself. You see the color difference? Look at the real one on the right and the fake one on the left. And tell me you don't see that tint is so different. And I'm thinking maybe we should look at, let's pop the tops off. All right. Immediate difference, and I can see it immediately. So let's not mix those up. All right. See the real one on the right? Thinner, taller. The fake one on the left just doesn't have it. I'm telling you guys, it's so nice. Look at the fake one. Right, just thinner. And the real one thinner. Fake one has this round thing going on, like a little disc at the bottom of it right there. Just a whole different mechanism, guys. Even in the inside ring here, I mean, hard to tell, but the inside ring doesn't have a depression, right? This inside ring has a depression right there on the inside ring there. You see that? Where the atomizer comes out, that white piece of plastic comes out, there's a depression on the inner ring. This one does not have a depression on the inner ring, okay? It's kind of like, you can tell almost from looking at this that this isn't the same kind of quality metal as this kind of metal right here. It just looks nicer, guys. Let's look at under the caps here. Okay, I could see a difference immediately as well. The real one's on the right, fake one's on the left. So, see the difference? Go ahead and compare to your bottle. So, the real one on the right, fake one on the left. Check it out. See, the real one's got like a little notch cut into it. It's kind of got this little extra features. And the plastic actually is pretty. It's kind of like clear white. And the plastic on the left is like pallid, kind of yellow. And in the fake one, it says there's B58. In the real one, doesn't say anything in there. There's no numbers in there. So the fake one actually has some numbers written in there. And now, when I compare the sprays, let's do a little spray comparison. So the first time I sprayed this, so. All right, nice fat spray. And then this actually is a nice atomizer, to be honest. Like, the real atomizer just kind of shoots out like a spray. This one's like a pressurized atomizer. But yeah, I could tell the difference right away on these. So much more lively of a smell. This thing, the real one, is just like way, like totally leagues different. The fake one is like watered down, kind of like almost gotcha. It might almost trick you. The real one's strong with that citrus, and it just like comes off really hard, way harder hitting than the fake one's gone already on my right arm. So yeah, the juice in this too, like they get the colors like pretty close, but to be honest, I don't know if you could see a difference in the colors. That's kind of a tough one to catch, right? But the color's a little bit more rich on the right. And if you shake them, let's see how the bubbles behave. So yeah, the real one, the bubbles kind of stay much longer. Look at that. See this couple of bubbles still staying? And the fake one's like watery, and the bubbles disappear really fast. The real one, the bubbles stay for quite some time. So yeah, just these little tests, like you see how long it's taking, and this one's already cleared up. I mean, you can just tell, guys, it's night and day. So my suggestion to you is, I mean, the time of eBay is probably over. I did get a lot of good buying in on eBay, but this year it just seems to be a real problem, guys. That eBay is just really okay with like letting people buy fake. So you go on there and like you'll get not just a fake, but like a really high level counterfeit like this, man. It looks just like it. So the guy offered me like a partial refund and then like said he would refund me, but I kept this bottle and I took the L so that I can make this video, you know, and let everybody know out there, like, you know, if you have a bottle of this one right here and you need to know if it's fake, is my bottle of Wulong Cha real or fake? I mean, this might even help find some other fake Nishanes, because I'm seeing a huge difference in the glass, in the tops here, in the atomizers, in the stickers on the bottom. In the font, right? Not crazy in the font, but I do see a difference just sitting here looking at this. The way those fonts do not match, man. They are so close, but yeah, they're definitely way higher end on the real one. And then that metallic kind of granular finish here and that flat white finish on this one is just a flat white, right? You see that flat white, but then on this one there's like some kind of, it's not reflective in the same way, right? You see it? It's like diffusion, and then this one just reflects straight up, right? So yeah, guys, man, I'm just, you know, I took a L. This was $140 on the left here, right? And I got this on Fragrance Buy. You know, had to get the 100 ml to compare them. So, talking like $140 steal they stole from me here. So, I don't like that. It doesn't make me happy, and it shouldn't make any of you happy, right? So, keep your eye out, man. This stuff is really hard to tell. It is. The smell is totally night and day. I put out a video not recommending Wulong Cha because I thought this was real, and this performance was just like non-existent, and it's gone already on my arm. Meanwhile, this one's going to be blasting like super beast mode all day. It's a beautiful tea fragrance with some fig and some other elements like some herbal kind of components. Everyone compliments it. They love it. The real one is the real deal. I'm telling you, it's actually an exceptional fragrance, and I recommend the real one to almost anyone, girls, guys, almost anyone. It is beautiful, and it's definitely really nice. So here's the notes. You got bergamot, orange, litchi, mandarin, oolong tea, nutmeg, musk, and fig. And what you get the most is like the fig, the oolong tea, and these citrus kind of components. And it's kind of like this herbal kind of tea shop kind of smell. Very calming and beautiful scent. Very like, it's almost like a gourmand, but in a way that like it's something you would drink or smell somebody like burning like tea or incense or just like brewing tea, and it just is beautiful, guys. So yeah, oolong tea, nutmeg, musk, fig. It's got the notes right there actually, so I've been looking at them this whole time. Yeah, so the corners too, you know, you could check that corner out. You see the differences in the corners on the bottom here. Yeah, there's just a lot of differences, guys, and it's tough because they really did a great job trying, but, you know, I could see the difference right away. I don't know if they meant on the black sticker and the white sticker, but yeah, the fake one has a white back and the real one has a black back, the sticker on the front. Anyway, guys, hopefully that was informational or informative, and hopefully I helped some of you out there, and give you guys that warning that this stuff looks real. It even smells like a watered down version of it, that like they just, maybe they bought one real bottle, put some in this, and then just poured water in it, and now it's just like some of the fragrance profile. Like a dummy who never smelled the original would definitely be fooled by this, because it's actually like the fake one smells okay, but it's very weak, like super weak. Yeah, man, I'm upset with that. Definitely not happy about it, but what can you do? Anyway, that's all for today. Peace, guys.